this hotel, trying to find some peace of mind.
Portland Bill Lighthouse is located at the southern tip of the island and is fully operational. Portland Bill's largest and most recent lighthouse is distinctly white and red striped, standing at a height of 41 metres. It was completed by 1906 and first shone out on the 11th of January. To date, the lighthouse guides passing vessels through the hazardous waters surrounding the Bill, whilst also acting as a waymark for ships navigating the English Channel. The newly refurbished visitor centre is a great starting point before you consider taking a trip upstairs. It's certainly worth all 153 steps to witness the magnificent views from the windows on the way up as you catch your breath. At the top, in the lantern room, you can see Dorset's beautiful Jurassic coast for miles, as a well-justifiable reward for all those steps. After all that exercise, located just next door to the lighthouse is the Lobster Pot Cafe. Stunning location for either a lunch or afternoon tea with their famous homemade scones. We met Hannah Kearns, one of the owners, to find out a little more about her family's business and passion for the Bill.
Lobster Pot's been here since 1949. It's been a family business from day one. We are open from approximately 9 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock in the evening. As you can see from the surroundings, it's just beautiful. Our big spenders are our crab sandwiches, which is sourced, our crab sourced very locally. And our other one is our famous homemade scones we make on the premises. We're a Portland business, we're a Portland family. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else in the world.
Church Oak Cove is a small secluded beach on the eastern side of the Isle of Portland. It's found close to the village of Weymouth. The beach has many unusual features. In 789 AD, the first recorded Viking attack within the British Isles occurred on Portland's coast. It is believed that Church Oak Cove was that very location. The island has an extensive history of transporting contraband and running rings around the custom authorities. Yes, smuggling and pirating. And the cove was one of the most infamous haunts on the south coast. Into the 20th century, fishing was still an industry that used the beach for launching boats, which has declined in more recent times. On your way back, you pass Rufus Castle, also known as Bow and Arrow Castle, perched impressively on a rocky outcrop. It dates back to the 12th century, but only the keep remains. It derives its name from King William II, known as William Rufus, after whom the original castle was built. After wandering along the scenic coastline, refreshments are required. A funky bar and diner is Billy Winter's, found along the causeway next to the Ferry Bridge boatyard. Bella Connell, manager of the popular beachfront cafe, explains what's on the menu.
Billy's, it's a quirky little place. It's something that's a little bit different. Bar diner right on the beach. It's an amazing view to look at all the time when you're sat, whether inside or out. Hopefully the sun's shining outside. And yeah, it's just something with a little bit of difference. special, so they change daily, weekly. Got some behind us here. They're all rather delicious. So the Billy's Bonfire Gin that we have, that was actually distilled down here a few bonfire nights ago. Actually made on site, which is something a little bit special. And yeah, unique to the place, just like we are.
On the northern western side of the island is a real hidden secret to many, the Tout Quarry Sculpture Park and Nature Reserve. From a distance, it may look bleak, but this abandoned old stone quarry has been regenerated to showcase some unique sculptures using the remnants of the local limestone, creating an impressive backdrop whilst enjoying the dramatic view of the Jurassic coastline stretching into the distance. Tout Quarry is a creative and educational resource for visitors, schools and universities who come to learn about wildlife and stone heritage. But do be careful and watch your step. The Roy dog is keeping guard just round the corner. One of the top culinary places to visit in Dorset is the Crab House Cafe, with a plethora of awards for their enticing menu. Nigel Bloxham, executive chef and owner, chats about his passion about locally sourced produce and keeping it simple.
Oh, the Crab House. Well, I came here about 13 years ago. A lot of hard work from a lot of great staff and a lot of great chefs and so on have come in. And you even find me behind there many a day, and we just love what we're doing. I hope that comes through with our success. It's simple. It comes out, whether it comes from a garden or comes from our own oyster farm, or whether it comes off the local fishermen. And we put it on your plate as soon as we can.
Crab, obviously we're known for crab. Got them, keep them live in the tanks in the crab room. So we do two types of crab, the crab to crack and a whole spicy crab. They're both to crack. All the bad bits are removed and you just crack. We get a hammer, pick and a pair of nutcrackers and you crack the crab. All the fish is landed either in Weymouth, Poole or Brixham. So that's as far as we normally go. So everything, all the produce is all local to the area as far as it can be.
Just beyond the breakwater is Weymouth and the Noath Fort. The coastal defence was built between 1860 and 1872 by the 26th Company of the Royal Engineers to protect Portland and Weymouth harbours, with Portland then becoming an important Royal Naval base. Shaped like the letter D, the fort was built with bomb-proof gun emplacements and deep magazines. It was abandoned in 1956 and purchased by the local council in 1961. It's now a museum and remains one of the best preserved forts of its kind in England. Its fusee steps, located in the Noath Gardens, were constructed for hauling trolleys, transporting ammunition, spares and stores from the quay up to the fort. Located alongside the fort is Noath Gardens, which was one of the spectator viewing areas at the 2012 Olympic sailing competition, which the odd GBR medalist does the occasional flyby whilst training still. One of the favourite haunts of the Olympic sailors is the boat that rocks, just around the corner from the Academy in Portland Marina.
We're a stone's throw away from the Sailing Academy. The venue is situated within Portland Marina with fantastic views watching over the sailing. We strive ourselves on exceptional service and cook fresh to order.
St George's is one of the most magnificent 18th century churches in Dorset. The sprawling churchyard is a treasure trove of fabulous headstones and memorials that tell tales of murder, piracy and adventure in a glorious atmospheric setting. The island has always been a key strategic naval location for the British, and overlooking the National Sailing Academy is Portland Castle, managed by English Heritage. This was an artillery fort commissioned by Henry VIII between 1539 and 1541. It formed part of the King's device programme to protect Britain against invasion at the time from France and the Holy Roman Empire, as well as defending the anchorage at Portland Roads. The fan-shaped castle was built from local stone, with a curved central tower and a gun battery, flanked by 2 angular wings. Shortly after its completion, it was armed with 11 artillery pieces, intended for use against enemy shipping, operating in partnership with its sister castle of Sandsford on the other side of the harbour. Just around the corner is the D-Day Centre, which was hosting with Portland Castle a reenactment with some very realistic US GIs ready for action. The final place to visit on our whistle-stop walkabout around Portland is the Cove House Inn, a favourite haunt for many competitors and support crews. Chisel Beach is quite literally on their doorstep, with outdoor seating allowing you to soak up the sun and admire the breathtaking sunsets over Lyme Bay. Guaranteed a warm welcome, whatever the weather, and anywhere else on the Isle of Portland too.